Hi, welcome to Cherie's Weight Loss Journey. I'm here with my partner, Snoopy. Yeah, I was watching one of my favorite Texan creators, well, YouTube creators, and I was listening to her, and I like her. I like her a lot. Okay. However, I'm not one person that would sit up here and say, you know, because I like you, I'm going to agree with everything that you say. It's not in me to do that. So, she started talking about her spirituality, right? I heard her say something like, she called upon her ancestors. And I was like, ooh, right? My ears perked up, right? Then she said that she's a Capricorn, and that Capricorn was a sign, that loves stability. I'm like, Capricorn is a cardinal sign, and stability, well, she said routine. I said stability in my head. I was like, no, 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 no. You don't mean routine. You mean stability, right? Because that's an earth sign. All earth signs love stability. From the Taurus, Virgo to Capricorn, they all love stability. Okay, okay. But when she said they are a person of routine, I'm like, routine and a cardinal sign is not synonymous. They do not mean the same thing, right? And that's part of the problem. You have all of these people, these false astrologists quoting, whoa, misquoting astrology on their podium as if they know what the hell they're talking about. Now, if she want to talk her wigs, if she want to talk about her relationships, hey, your anecdotal situations are all valid. But when you want to misconstrue a science, I have a problem with that. Okay? Because Capricorn is a cardinal sign. Now, if she knew her chart, okay, she might be able to understand why and how you're not gonna pick up this bag? What? No, there's a bag here. the bulk trash people is trying to speed through the neighborhood and I pick up the bulk of shit. Pissed me off. I was like, hey, wait a minute. Okay. Right? I don't know why I got to be the regulator. But I will. If I have to, I will do what needs to be done. Best believe that. For sure. For sure. Okay? Why? I guess it's my old age. My old age made me cantankerous. You know, about the shit that people do in a fucked up way. Alright? So getting back to what I was talking about. I was just watching one of my videos where I'm explaining to people what a cardinal was, a cardinal sign. Cardinal signs is Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. Those are your cardinal signs. They are cardinal with purpose of initiating the simulations, not stability, not routine. And if you diverge, you better check your chart, right? Here's a very good example of a cardinal who was able to get into his fortune. That is LL Cool J. LL Cool J was constantly producing, constantly evolving, constantly doing something new, right? And they said, oh yeah, this is a guy that has maintained his marketability, and that works for him. Why? Because he's a cardinal. He has to constantly evolve, constantly. This is what cardinals have to do. Now, when the cardinals try to be fixed signs or mutable signs, then you really have to look into your chart. Okay? Because you could have a dominant placement, right? I do have a dominant placement in my chart. Saturn dominates my whole birth chart. Okay? It dominates my whole birth chart. That doesn't make me a cardinal sign. It does not. It just means that, Saturn dominates my chart. I keep saying Saturn dominates my chart, right? So when I'm sitting up here listening to the downloads that go to Capricorn, I'm like, yup, I hear you. Yup, I see it. Yup, I understand. Yup, right? And that's mainly because I have a trine with Saturn, right? And my Saturn is trining my ascendant. You see, you have to understand astrology before you speak on it. Now, if you said something like, oh, well, it could be this and it could be that, I give grace, right? I'm like, yeah, you letting us know that you think, but you don't know, right? But when you start making, statements, and those statements are false, it chaps my hide. I tell you, it chaps my hide. And I can't take it, right? And I got to say something about it. And I know you're like, well, you think you got to say something about it? Well, it has to do with my Gemini placements. My Gemini placements say, girl, tell it like it is. Whether they like it or not, just tell it like it is. And I'm like, okay. I try to be gentle, though. I will. I'll try to be gentle. Now, if she was a Capricorn sun sign, that means in her ego, how she see herself, right? She's a Capricorn. However, if her moon sign is Taurus, okay, I can see why she says that she is about that routine, because Taurus is about that routine. Taurus loves routine, stability. They value that. But that's not what she said. Now, if she knew her chart, she would be able to go straight to that. She'd be able to go straight to that and say, oh yeah, you know, my feelings is telling me, you know, that she likes routine, or she has significant Virgo placement. Virgo loves routine to the point where every day they'll have a checklist. I kid you not. They'll have a checklist every day. They'll wake up, they'll create that checklist, and they'll go to bed checking off everything that they done on that checklist, so that what they didn't do, they could put it on the next day's checklist. Now, that's a routine if I ever seen one. Okay. But Virgo is a different kind of earth sign, right? Virgo is a mutable, okay? And the shit that don't work, they will disassemble it. They will. My dog want to go out walking around this park. Oh my God. So that's what mutables do. The mutables, Virgo, Gemini, Pisces, and Sagittarius. Okay? And mutables is just like it sounds. You know, the mutants, those are the mutables. They're more unpredictable than anybody else in the zodiac, including the Cardinals. Because the Cardinals, the only way that they're going to be successful, is if they get the backing of the population to initiate their plans. You understand? It's important to them that people appreciate them and give them support on their plans. Not so much for everybody else. Okay? Now, I had overheard somebody say, oh, don't believe in astrology. If you believe in astrology, it will restrict you. Okay. They can say whatever they like, but I'm going to tell you, those people that skim the surface of astrology, they don't know that there are so many layers to astrology that's the reason why most people tell them, look, This is too deep for you to handle, please. Just go get a reading from a professional astrologist before you try to utilize the influences of the stars in anything that come out your mouth. Oh, so here's one of the things that I had to talk about today. Today, I had to talk about how people have this notion that when they go to hell, that they're going to be surrounded by all of these people that all speak the same language and they all been doing the same thing, and that's how they all got into hell. Well, my message, my download today was, y'all are all going to be there, but you're going to have the spirit of Babel in you, where y'all will be alone in crowds of people that won't understand what the hell you're saying. Ain't no insurrection gonna happen from hell. Woo! So, I bought me a lamp from my neighbor for $7. I thought it was kind of cool. It was a modern lamp, and I'm kind of glad I bought it because it is kind of cool. It's like this round little circle, and then it dims and it lights. It's got a remote control and stuff, and I'm like, yes, $7 lamp, $7 lamp. I need to take my dog for this walk because she is like, let's go, let's go.